Hey guys, welcome back to Verity's Corner. It's Emily here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys all the books that I'm going to be bringing to my summer internship. There are a lot of books here, and I'm going to the summer internship for 6 weeks. I'm very excited. I came back home for about 2 weeks. Now I'm going back for 6 weeks and then coming back again. A lot of moving around this month or this summer, but I'm very excited. But before I show you all the books, please subscribe, comment down below, and like this video. All of my social links are down in the description box below, as well as my Amazon wishlist if you would like to gift me a book. Now let's get on to the video. Since there are so many books, these will be very quick introductions, but the first book is From Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata. I read one Mariana Zapata book before, and it was Under Lock, and I didn't really like that book. I think I gave it a 3 stars. This one, I believe, is a hockey romance. The main character is a figure skater, and I think she has to work with this guy named Ivan Lukov, who's a hockey player. He also might be a figure skater. I don't know where I'm getting this hockey from, but somebody told me. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's thick. I've only read one of her books before and I didn't really like it. I'm very hesitant going into this, but everybody loves it, so I'm very excited. Next is a high fantasy book, and you're like, Emily, high fantasy? You and high fantasy? It doesn't work out. Yes, I know, but this is the Assassins Apprentice by Robin Hobb. My boyfriend's mom gave me this book because she really wants me to read it, and I know it's gonna take me a while to read since it's high fantasy. However, I promised, and I will hold up to my promise. I don't know what it is, although it does have really small font, and I'm scared. But I do know that a lot of people love this book. It's a very popular high fantasy book, so hopefully I enjoy it too. Now onto the book that I'm reading currently, My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Milkfed. This is basically about a girl that is very depressed and wants to just like escape life, so she sleeps for a year with pharmaceuticals, with a lot of drugs, and it's basically just about that. Literally all that is. I just started, I'm like 30 pages in, so I don't know where this book is going, but I'm very intrigued. Next up is My Life with the Walter Boys by Ali Novak. I read this when I was in middle school and I continue to read it multiple times, but it's been years since I've reread this book again, and I am very intrigued. I think it'll be such a quick and fast escape. I believe it's about this girl named Jackie, and her family dies in a car accident, okay? And she goes across the country to live with her new guardians, and there's a bunch of boys that are in the house that she lives with, and maybe she falls for some and whatever. I don't know. I remember just really enjoying this book, so hopefully it lives up to the hype, or like my expectations. Next is a book that was actually very popular early on in booktube, My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. I haven't heard a lot about it recently, but I remember reading it and rereading it and being obsessed with this book. It's basically about this girl named Samantha Reed. Her mom's like a local politician mom, and she has like a perfect life, a very pristine life, and next door is a very rowdy big house that just there's so many kids there, and her mom's like, you are never going over there, you're never playing with them. But then she meets one of the sons from next door and she falls in love, and she has this whole life next door, and a plot twist happens where she has to pick her mom or the family, and I really enjoy it, so I'm really excited to reread it, and hopefully, again, it lives up to my expectations. The next book, it was very popular on BookTube, again, a while ago, like in the mid-2000s, and it's Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. I believe Yolk by her is going, like, viral right now. I always saw this book and never really wanted to read it, but now I'm interested, and I saw it at the used bookstore, and I believe it's about a girl named Penny and a guy named Sam, and they kind of meet and they exchange numbers, and they just are obsessed with each other, but they never really meet, and they just have like this online connection. And I believe Sam is like broke and stuff, and Penny wants to become a writer. That's all I know, and I'm excited. Ooh, I'm so excited for this one. Okay, This Open Kingdom by Taha Mafi. If you know me, I love Taha Mafi. I read every single book she's ever put out, and the next book comes out in February, and I'm just over here like, I still haven't read this one. I pre-ordered it signed, okay, and I don't know. I'm so excited to read this. Basically, it's about this girl. I'm gonna try my best to explain what this is about. It's about this girl that's hiding because she's like the lost princess or whatever. Or not the lost princess, but like somebody that will defeat the king right now. But she's hiding as a servant, and then I believe this guy falls in love with her or something. I don't know. I have to read it. I'm honestly so excited. Like, this is like top priority. Like, I don't know how it could let me down. Going on to a classic, Persuasion by Jane Austen. Apparently this is like the second chance romance of classics, and I'm like, I love that. I really want to read it. It's pretty short for a classic, and I don't know. I just want to tab it, have like a Penguin Classics on my shelf that's just tabbed, and that's all I want, so I'm gonna bring it. Next, of course, is Verity by Colleen Hoover. I don't know much about this book except for that there's a woman that is a writer that needs to finish a book, but I believe she's disabled now, or like she got into an accident or something. So the husband brings in this writer to finish the book, but she finds this manuscript or like an autobiography that she never really finished, and it like has some secrets, and she starts falling for the guy, and I don't know, but all I hear is team manuscript or team letter, and I don't know. I need to know what side I'm on. So, Verity, I'm very hesitant to go into this, but I'm very excited. Next is Normal People by Sally Rooney. This book is very hit or miss for some people. I'm very scared going into it. All I know is that it's about a girl and a guy that are dating, and in high school, she's kind of like a loser, and then he's like a popular kid. But the roles reverse when they go to college, and it's just their life, apparently. This is also a TV show. Hopefully I enjoy it. I think the premise is so cool, but I don't know. So I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna tell you guys what I think. Next up is American Street by Ibby Zoboy. I read Pride by Ibby Zoboy and I enjoyed it. This one's about a girl who is coming from Haiti and her mother was detained by the immigration system in the US. So she's going to live with her cousin in a place that she has like no idea of. And I just feel like it's going to be such a good read that talks about like people of color and the immigration system, but also along with that, Homegoing by Yagi Yasi. If you know me, obsessed with Yagi Yasi. This one is about two sisters that go separate lives in Ghana, and one marries a guy in a castle and one is a servant in the castle. And I don't think they really know each other exists, or like I don't really know how that works, but I'm very excited. Again, another POC book that I'm just very excited about. Okay, we're getting through these fast, guys. There's just so many books that I want to bring, but the next one is a Pho Love Story. I bought this such a long time ago, and what is wrong with me? I still haven't read it. I think it's like a low-key a Romeo and Juliet retelling, but also like a big dating story. I don't know. I could not tell you, but I do know that this girl and this guy, their parents own like different restaurants or like competing restaurants, and I think they fall in love. I don't know. I wish I could tell you. Then we have Milkfed by Melissa Broder, and this I actually bought with a Pho Love Story, so it's kind of funny that I put them together on this. But this is about a girl named Rachel, and she has a calorie deficit like disorder thing. Like she's like an eating disorder that her mom kind of pushes on her a little bit, like enables it. And so she was talking to her therapist and was like, you should kind of get rid of your mom. And so she meets this other girl and she's like obsessed with her now. Like instead of being obsessed with like the calorie deficit, she's like obsessed with her. And I don't know. That's all I know. And people say that Melissa Broder is very weird. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. Okay, next up is 7 Days in June, and I know that this is a romance, but people talk about how it is like a deeper romance. Like it isn't like a fluffy, like adult romance, but it's something that just like goes into the deep, dark places of a relationship. And I don't know much more than that, but I'm very excited. And I know I keep saying I'm excited, but like clearly I'm excited because these are all the books that I want to read right away. Now, if you know me, I don't really read a lot of fantasy or thrillers or like, I just don't read a lot of that, okay? And if you look at my shelves, all of my contemporaries are like all read, and my like fantasy and like thrillers and like all of that shelf is like completely like I haven't read any of them. So I'm trying to read some, and the first book that I want to read is Neverworld Wake by Marisha Pessel. And this book was very poppin' on BookTube, and I don't remember much about it. I was very excited about this book, but I think they're like living in like a time loop, and I think there's like a killing and they have to figure out who did it. That could be so completely wrong. I might be completely telling you the wrong thing, but I don't know. So let's see what happens. I don't really like time loops, but like, come on, look at that cover. It's absolutely stunning, and it was very popular, so I'm gonna get to it. The next book is the last book is Carnival by Stephanie Garber. If you've been in my channel or on my channel since the beginning of my channel, I've been wanting to read this book. I bought this, I think, on my 16th birthday or near it. Guys, I'm about to turn 19, okay? So something's not given. I think maybe even my 15th birthday. I don't even remember. And I need to read it. I need to love it. Like this and Warcross are like the two books on my shelves that are like, why haven't I not read it yet? Because I bought them at the same time. It's insane. This, I believe, is about a girl, and they go to like this, she has a sister, and they're living in a really bad household, and so they like run away to this carnival or something, and they take her sister as a prize, so she has to go and like win her sister. I don't know. I wish I could tell you, but other than that, like I have no clue. But yeah, those are all the books that I want to read this coming 6 weeks for my summer break. Will I get to them? Probably not, but I do have a lot of time because there's no friends or family over there, and I will be alone, okay? So this is exciting, but also crazy, and I'm excited for the journey, and hopefully I get to read all of these, and hopefully it'll be a really good time for my reading journey. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, comment down below, do whatever you want to do, and goodbye!